thought there'd be more machinery.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my... No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope... Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust out.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual...
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... well, maybe...
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's... Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the only the board has access to new parts. They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular scheduled advertisement for the following story.
I'm just in port long enough to recover small parts. Hey.
Michelle, I wrote a sweet purple berry flavored center. Suck it, chew it, you can do it.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Yes, just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best. You're serious. You're giving me a shot. I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there. I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you... Yeah, it's a second draft.
Sorry.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is... That motto is it's a work. Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away, or... In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and/or outlaw gang.
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. What do you think? Am I in? The fun kind? I mean, what else do you do when you got a ship of your own?
How about we just say we're trying to do good?
Wow. You don't... Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
This is Halcyon News.
You'll learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job.
Don't... have a look.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Hey, Cap. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data. She sent me a poem. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? She rhymed compression alternator with aches to meet her. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and... I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastway's not like other folks seem to be. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold. Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... They were close, Captain. Like, more than friends close. I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there. Watch. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us. The word's a touch kindlier than rung leech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self... That's exactly what I've been saying. The system doesn't care about the individual. We're only as valuable as our job. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on. Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercised a little bit of that, what's the word? But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That's what I like about you, boss. You got a mean swing. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives. Yeah, I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you did a
Purpleberry punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
So, how's this work? do we get a table? Stand in a corner?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following.
A new I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early.
Okay, so... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Well, drunk's what I'm aiming for, so I'll take your word on it. Bottoms up.
Whoa, easy there, Parvati. Maybe you want to work yourself up to whiskey next time.
Oh, no, it's good. I'm fine. I just didn't expect it to taste like... Oh, propellant. Oh, stars, I can feel it settling. Oh, Captain. I'm pining for June like something fierce. What am I doing? Yeah. I guess we are that, huh? Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
You want to know what I think? I think you should write what you want to say down on your hand. Always worked for me.
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? Well, maybe she just wanted to let me know her preferences. In a less awkward way. But that made it more awkward. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve. Water's for cowards. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Good thinking, boss. You just saved Parvati a whole lot of trouble.
Shush you. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared. You're swell, Captain, don't get me wrong. I like spending time with you, going on adventures and all, but that ain't the same as romance. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me? There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What do you mean, Captain? So I should just be myself? You sound like my dad. It's sweet. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts. Well, I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... Oh gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should? Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
You know something, Parvati? You ought to come drinking with the crew more often.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
You're spending large tonight.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and tea-free nuts in it. It's time for the fire.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and though that whiskey did give my head aching something fierce. Feels like a primal's chewing on... I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what... I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the type. With the headache I got after that whiskey? 1,000,000 times no. I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's... I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, then... I resent you saying such. On account of it being uncomfortably likely. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Have either of the assault cruisers?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 12% more.
Have you tried?
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm authorized to state that this uniform is more than headgear. It's a state of mind. Have a look.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Time to feed the flames. First, I'm gonna... Hey, Felix! Look, everyone, it's Felix!
Well, hey there, your lordship. Good to see you again.
Seeing you here feels like old times. Now, what brings you down to my...
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Boss, are you out of your mind? I think I heard something.
Who the... Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from...
Here we go!
Staying out of sight.
Liz gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these. So cozy. Smells kind of like old Mess's outflow pipes.
You've returned, and in one piece. You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only... I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim... Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy of his was on fire, I might hold my breath a moment before acting. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, And leeches like Udom Bedford will do You've got my attention. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making... Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone...
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducks and pans... You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the lead.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stem that goes down stronger than You've got my... Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight man-to-pillar in... If every repair was a one-woman job, I wouldn't need an engineering team. As it is, my staff... You can flip a switch for me, but you can't install these parts. Not quickly, at least. Not... More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we...
Well, don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without notice.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope.
That was days ago.
Suppose it's...
Keep your wits about you down there. I don't want to clean crispy freelancer bits out of the radiators.
Everyone all right?
Good news? Song tells me the security chemicals loaded up and killed a bunch of men. Bad news. Diagnostic says those circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they know what they kill next. Sneak fast if you can.
I need to kill Unexpectedly busy
Here
here.
they come! That's the last of them!
That's the terminal. Jack, the temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Ground.
Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate... The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all... If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized...
C&P chicken and potatoes at C&P.
If you've got a complaint, file it at security.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
What? What's that noise? Hold it, right! What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of you.
What can I do for you? You have your...
Hello. Now is... I hope you appreciate... What's... I hope you appreciate us.
Flying the outer system's route lately? Deader and a space matapillar out there.
Traffic's down all over. Even the others are holding on to their manufacturing. Exports are
It get cooler?
Feels like the... Didn't quite catch that. You'll... Glass ear? Sorry, they're... Nothing to fear. Sorry. What? Huh. Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak. There's a reason the board's...
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. I've got a lovely little... Gracious. Depends. What are you planning? You got a good heart, wanting to do this. Frankly, I'm tired of Udom's whining. Don't kill me, please, and I'll pay. How's a woman supposed to read her new miss? Suit your... Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that distress signal I told you about came. Shouldn't be too tough for a fella. Anytime.
This is Halcyon News.
So what'd you think of the game last night? I still can't believe Armstrong ran the field from the Tuesday zone.
Yeah. Armstrong's really something. Nearly took a fella's head clean off with a tossball stick.
Yeah, well, he's a hacker. That's what they do. Rangers don't show a shred of mercy in a Darlings game. Bates got tossed out of the game for excessive sportsmanlike conduct in the third half. That's right.
Felix, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what a Tuesday zone is. I don't know my tenders from my forwards. Thing is, I just don't understand tossball.
Hey, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I'll teach you all there is to know.
Great. That's just swell. Can't wait.
What do you think you're doing?
I don't want any trouble out of you. You're keeping your uniform clean. What? What was that?
You gotta show me how you did that.
What do you think you're doing?
Don't complicate my
that pad down there.
What was your family like, Felix? Did you ever know him?
I never knew him. I was a stowaway.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want. I was thinking about what you said before. After we went to the Lost Hope on the ground. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask June Lake. And I'm thinking of doing it here. On the ship. Oh gosh, do you think so? I just figured, you know, there's nowhere she can go on Groundbreaker where folks don't know her. Here, she can relax. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies. Thanks, but oughtn't a person look special for special times? I mean, what if she leaned close and I smelled like That's okay, because it ain't me. And anyhow, I don't even mind it. Compared to what I smelt cleaning out grease traps in Edgewater, she's all rosish. I got savings. Not a powerful lot, but some. How expensive can soap be? Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know.
You don't think that's a problem? Whole ship...
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the... I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of...
Good to see you, boss.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
CNP Worst. It's not worst. CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
For the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that... What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've gotta do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board. See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law... You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end... 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in... If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
This is Halcyon News.
Hello again. Have you, you know, my Oh, yes. Right, of course. I'm terribly sorry for How else might I assist? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is... That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but... I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you... You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Wish I could say it was good to see you. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that...
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my... It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Or if you are, just add it to my debt and we'll figure... Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up... You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meet, I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, high-grade shampoo and conditioner. Scrubby brush.
What's the scrubby brush?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grip. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such. Me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish? Mock-up.
Captain?
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Anytime, sweet.
You mind if I ask you a question? Like, a person? Is it true what you said? About being on the... Wow. Well, welcome to Halcyon. I'm Parvati Holcomb. Reckon we'll have to figure it out together. I mean, if that's what you want. He seems like a nice boy to me. I'm glad you gave him a shot. Because we've never ended up in a fight? I mean, sure, he's a bit rough around the edges. I bet he just... That's not exactly what I'm saying. Groundbreaker's safe from... Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dust back. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, Sweetheart. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Rizzo's Berry Pie, a salt flour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Succulent, chewy.
What do you want? That's right, dearie. Though for how long, The board can't abide a community that won't Go right ahead. Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to go. Because that's what the board tells them. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our... Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch. But who knows if that's true. Might be true. little of this, a little of that. I buy and I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous...
So that's what that smell is.
Sometimes the hairs poke out between the seams, but I don't mind. That's what the law gave us matches for. But that's not what you wanted to talk about. Anytime. Great. Yes, dear. You could always try your hand at landing in Cascadia if you're interested in dying horribly. Landing pad on Monarch. You don't need a nav key to access it, so it's got that going for it. But it's also kilometers away from Stellar Bay. Pick your poison. Marauders, wild beasts, acid lakes, bottomless sinkholes. If you're looking to die, might be best. Suit you. Want a charming copper?
Please, would you kindly inform the... crew that long chats with Ada are not required. every time the captain leaves the ship.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Sugar-filled flakes and purple berry flavored sour nugget. Now with 12% more.
Is it just me? Have a look. What can I do for you? Don't take my word. Have a look.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the ring.
What are you saying, Martin? That's an Auntie Cleo's.
My, whoa, what have I done? The company will have my head.
Gotcha. What I wouldn't give to see the look. This guy's real easy to fuck with.
What kind of depraved mind?
It's your party, Captain.
Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to put this behind us. Have a look.
I sold it. Didn't seem to make me any quieter.
That mod was for your gun.
You want to bust my chops? Do it over drinks next time I'm on
Please don't mind her. Everything I sell works as advertised. Some...
It's almost time for... I found a hen...
Is it just me, or has it been deader than usual?
Rizzo's Chocolate Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's not.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet. Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on finding a route to Monarch. I don't believe so, Captain. Transmission incoming.
Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign. Hiram's peculiar silence leaves us with no other options. You'll have to meet him in person. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Best of luck, everyone on the...
Captain, an unusual wavelength is coming through Monarch's aether wave frequencies.
The eternal is in us all. The OSI would have you believe that your place in society, indeed in the universe, a man who works in the mines of Hephaestus, coating his lungs in mercury dust for not but a few bits a night, this fate is set. When he dies young, coughing up black blood, his part in the grand plan? No, I say.
That was unexpected and... I am inclined to agree with your assessment, by which I mean I have been systemically programmed to do so. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone... What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destination. There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage? I shall happily comply with your order, just as soon as we have a laser weapon system. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct. There is a bounty on his head, one with a I shall... How can I... Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a Rizzo's rum and something?" Leering, the bartender replies, "For you, no charge." Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle. Now playing... My pleasure, Captain. As you wish. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power... I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? How can I... What part of the colony? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker, if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly new... If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,400,000... You are more than welcome. How can I be a... Goodbye.
I don't think I like this place one little bit.
Hope you're doing out hazard pay.
Everyone all right?
Fan of the hard way, Captain?
There's an awful lot. There they go! Coming back. Nice and easy. I guess this is what Edgewater's gonna look like.
You take us to the nicest place, Captain.
Nice one!
getting my target practice in today. Go!